What does it mean to be an entrepreneur? In a world of inaction, overpromising, and under-delivering. An entrepreneur is someone who is not afraid of sacrifice or risk of failure. An entrepreneur is someone that chooses passion over all other forms of compensation. An entrepreneur is someone who chooses to work while all others are out playing. An entrepreneur's drug is impact. They are addicted to impact. And finally, the entrepreneur knows one simple truth: I will make it. Maybe not immediately, but absolutely and definitely.
Welcome everybody to Five Across. We are so excited that you are here tonight for a record-breaking Five Across attendance. Let's give it up to you guys one time for breaking records. This is our largest Five Across of the evening. We have over 300 registrations tonight, and we've got an excellent lineup of pitches. We've got an excellent lineup of judges for you, and just an overall excellent program. So let me just tell you straight out of the gates, if you're not interested in excellence, then just go ahead, get up, walk out the door, maybe get in your car, drive down 64 West. I think U of L's got a basketball game later this week you can watch or something. Tonight, we've got excellence for you, though. So we need you guys to be supportive of these entrepreneurs, because for the last 13 years, we've been hosting this pitch competition. I remember our first ever pitch competition, 2010. We were just down the street at Awesome Inc. We had it wasn't this many people. It was maybe 50, that's probably actually stretching. Maybe 30 people showed up to that pitch competition. But what we did have was we had 5 pitches, and we had 5 minutes for each pitch, and we had a $500 check that went to the winner. And we had a supportive community of entrepreneurs like yourselves, a supportive community of judges and mentors that were willing to invest and mentor these entrepreneurs. And that's really what it's been all about in this 13-year journey. Awesome Inc. has been committed to this for the long haul, and we are excited that you guys are here to join us on this journey and building out this entrepreneurial ecosystem. And I think you'll be excited to see some of the work that's being done tonight from the 5 pitches that you're about to witness. None of this, however, could be possible if we didn't have the support of some very generous sponsors. So I want to give a shout out. Our title sponsor, they've got blazing fast internet, super reliable and great customer service. We use them down the street at Awesome Inc. Kinetic by Windstream. Let's give it up to Kinetic by Windstream, everybody. They have been huge supporters of the entrepreneurial community for years, and have been supporting this event, kicking off a whole new season now. They will be our title sponsor for the whole 2023 season of Five Across. We also have a presenting sponsor this evening. So this organization has been investing in startups in the region and has actually invested in some of the Five Across pitches that have come through this pitch competition. So our presenting sponsor this evening is Airwing Ventures. So please give it up to Airwing Ventures. Yes. And a few other sponsors, want to go ahead and give kind of recognition to them as well. Kentucky Innovation, Apex Software, Awesome Inc., the University of Kentucky Entrepreneur Club, and the UK College of Communication and Information, Department of Communication. We couldn't do it without all of these sponsors and supporters. So one more round of applause to all of our sponsors for tonight. Thank you. Thank you so much to them. So I am now going to pass it off to our MCs for the evening. I would like for you guys to give a warm welcome and a nice sitting ovation for our MCs this evening. Please welcome to the stage Keith McMunn and Garrett Farbach, everybody.
Woo! All right. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? More? How's everybody doing? That's great. Well, I am Keith. Everybody say hi, Keith. This is Garrett, but I like to call him Gary Boy.
He
so
does.
everybody say, hey, Gary Boy. He loves that. And he wants you to do that every time you see him.
Okay.
Are you excited to be here?
I am. I'm going to state a very obvious fact. The temperature in this room has easily increased 20 degrees.
I know, it feels
It's
so
electric.
good.
This is exciting. Man,
It's great.
I'm grateful.
It's warm outside, but it's hot in here.
It is.
Isn't it? All right. Well, if you have been to, let's say, how about this? If this is your first 5 Across ever, what should they do?
Give me a, oh yeah! That was pretty good.
If you've been to 5 Acrosses before, say, oh yeah.
It's only this section.
If you've been to 20 or more 5 Acrosses, say, me, I have been.
Me. We got a few of us
All
in
right,
here.
a couple of you. I wanted that to be as humiliating as possible for you. Well, we love 5 Across. It's all about highlighting and shining a spotlight on the best emerging entrepreneurs coming from our state of Kentucky, and it is so fun to do. And we like to have a lot of fun at 5 Across. We like to shake things up a bit too, maybe even spice things up a bit. We made a little intro video for this event that if you pay attention to the questions and the answers, you'll learn a little extra about 5 Across and the way that we do things. So pay close attention, and we'll talk to you in a second. All right, while you're chewing on that, I want to ask you a question. First person to raise their big hand gets to answer. Please tell me and identify all of the 5s related to why we call this event 5 Across.
5 pitches, 5 minutes each. The event started at 5 p.m. this evening.
Sure did.
The winner wins $5,500. I think that's it.
Ooh.
Oh.
This event is also open to 5-year-old children.
Oh.
Yes, but very good, very good. Yes, you got most of them, and that $5,500, that comes in a $500 cash prize and a $5,000 safe note. Our pitches tonight are to be no more than 5 minutes, and in order to regulate this, we have 3 timers involved. Where are they, and what happens when it hits 0?
The judges have a timer. The presenters have a timer that faces them, and then the audience has a timer.
What happens when it hits 0?
When it hits 0, we start the slow clap.
Let me get out of the way. Kevin, Emily, we're gonna move up in spice. Please take a large bite of your 3rd wing. Our audience plays a crucial role here tonight. They provide lots of feedback to the founders, and they're going to decide the crowd favorite pitch. How do they do that?
Right here.
Yes.
Through the RADS rating system.
And how do they access that?
awesomeinc.org/program.
Yes. Everything you could want to know about 5 Across is there.
No.
And I'm glad you asked. What you're competing for this evening is the ability to drink that ice-cold, refreshing Ale-8.
Can we eat the veggies up here?
I can.
Gosh, my hand is sweating.
Our next question, and it will require you to take a bite of that next hotter wing, please. You're looking a little timid there, Emily.
Cheers.
Okay, feeling good? Okay. I noticed both of you only took half a bite of your wing. If you get this question correct, you do not have to eat the other half. If you get it wrong, you do have to eat the other half. Who is the title sponsor for all of the 5 Across events this year?
Kinetic by Windstream.
We're looking for a different answer. It's actually Blazing Fast and Secure Kinetic by Windstream. So please eat the other half.
The other half.
All of it?
Yep.
My jaw's starting to get a little tight.
Why don't you eat the other half of that? I don't want to hear it. Nobody wants to hear that. Eat the other half of that too.
I can't do the next one.
Okay.
I'm gonna take my jacket off.
We are moving on to our 5th question, which means that our contestants are lucky to get to take a big old bite of that 5th wing, which is the hottest wing at Buffalo Wild Wings. Go ahead, take that bite right now. Yes, right now. And these carrots are refreshing. Our judges are looking for a few criteria tonight. What is it in order to win the event? Okay.
That is hot.
You both have to finish that final wing, and I will give the answer. Our judges are looking for the strength and creativity and the uniqueness of the idea, They are looking for a description and a knowledge of the target market, a revenue model that is convincing and sound, a strong team and advisors, and finally, the quality of the pitch and the presentation, which you touched on, Kevin, yes. Do we have a tally of who won? I think they both lost. Thank you all for playing. Enjoy tonight's event.
All right. Sniper. Well, that was great. The heat from that video is as hot as this room. Real quickly, we have 3 things we want to make sure you digest from that video. Keith, will you show them the good content?
Absolutely.
Yeah, first and foremost, everyone say Rule 17. All right, one more time. Rule number 17. Savannah, 10,000 bonus points. Thank you so much. So we are in charge of making sure everyone has the best time possible. We're supporting 5 people pitching their company, being vulnerable, taking a chance. We want to make sure as the audience, we're supporting them. So please smile, nod your head, maybe take a fake photo to make them feel good, or a real photo, but just don't blind them. So do all the things that really support these people up here tonight.
Yes. Also, you probably caught in the video that we do something called a slow clap. Each presenter gets 5 minutes and no more. Now, if you pay attention to this monitor over here, not in this moment, but later tonight, it will count down from 5 minutes, and as soon as it hits 0, the audience will start a slow clap like so. Well done, well done. Cut. Great job, great job. You'll do that at the conclusion of the 5-minute pitches each time. Go ahead, Garrett.
Yeah, at the 5 minutes, but not the judges. Just throwing that in there. And then last but not least for tonight, make sure that all of you take out your phone. Everyone's got a phone in here, I believe. If you want to be extra tonight, put it on your right knee and leave it there the whole night. So we want to make sure that you support all the pitches tonight, give them real feedback. That's why they're here. We want to support them. Act like you have $1 million that's ready to invest. So head on over to awesomeinc.org/program to give them real feedback. Thanks to our friends Rads, a fellowship alum of Awesome Inc., for building this.
That's right, that's right. All right, on the line tonight, big things on the line here. $500 in cash prizes. We'll have a nice big check with the winner's name on it. But then additionally, thank you to a partnership that we value greatly, is with Key Horse Capital. Thanks to them, the winner will walk away here tonight with an automatic $5,000 investment as well. So real money that will help them in their journey for their company. But wait, that's not all.
That's not all. Can everyone go, ooh?
Also on the line is a booked ticket to the 5 Across Finals event in December, where on the line will be a $5,000 cash and a $50,000 investment opportunity from Key Horse Capital. That's some big time stuff, and we're really excited about it. So this is a meaningful stop in the fundraising journey for these startups tonight. So let's give it up for Key Horse Capital for making that possible.
Thanks so much. Well, like we've said tonight, we're supporting 5 companies, entrepreneurs that are taking a chance. So real quickly, they're up here. So everyone direct your praise, your eyesight, your applause up here as we list off tonight's folks. So
founders, why don't you stand up?
Stand up and face this
Go ahead.
audience.
Let's wave to the audience.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's awesome. First up, we're going to have Philip of Quill.
We've got Isaiah with Smooth Creations.
We got Stevens, big fan, I like it. Stevens from Feed Coyote. Nice.
Make some noise for Stevens with Feed Coyote.
Stevens, congratulations on Techstars. That's awesome, brother. Proud of you.
Fourthly, our 4th presenter will be Cindy from Spirited. Make some noise.
Nice. Last but not least, we have Amanda with Non-Binary Solutions.
All right, give it up for our founders. Founders, we are excited that you're here tonight. This is the first stop of the 5 Across year-long journey. One of you will go the distance all the way to the finals tonight. And we've got a quick word of encouragement from the founder who went the entire distance last year and won the finals. So let's hear a quick word from Akil.
Hello everyone. I am super psyched for all those who would be presenting today. And honestly, I'm very jealous of you guys. I wish I got the opportunity to present again. I've pitched in different places, different events, in front of small groups of people, in front of large people. But presenting in the Awesome Inc. in the first phase and the finale was one of the best experiences of my life. And not just the fact that presenting there was fun, but the fact that after my presentation, so many people showed their love and support to me. And that was really heartfelt, and I don't think you would get that anywhere else. All the best to everyone who's presenting, and I'm very jealous of those who'd be watching your pitches today and then hopefully in the finals as well. But regardless of the fact whether you win or lose, the important thing is you have put yourself out there, and that requires huge amount of confidence and risk taking, which you as entrepreneurs have and need. All the best to all of you.
All right, Akil. Okay. Well, so Akil did it, and if he can do it, so can you. Or at least one of you. Not four of you. Okay, well, you're going to have to get past each other tonight, but you're also going to have to get past some really mean, scary, qualified, and smart judges as well. So we challenge you to bring the fun. That means you're going to make some noise and smile big. Audience, I want you to rise to your feet. We're going to introduce you to tonight's judges. Please make a tunnel, those of you in the middle aisle. Our first judge of the evening. He's the CEO of Live Oak Bank. Give it up for Chip Mahan.
Up next, we have the founder and chairman of First Southern Bancorp. Give a warm welcome to Jess Carell.
Our third judge of the evening, he's the founder and chairman of Kids Strong. Give it up for Lincoln Brown.
And tonight's final judge is the president and CEO of Board of Alliance Resource Partner. Give it up for Mr. Joe Kraft.
All right. Judges. Judges, thank you so much for being here this evening. This event is extra great because you are here with all of your experience, and we're excited for you to witness 5 pitches from 5 emerging startups. After each pitch, you will get 3 minutes to ask as many questions as you can pile in to those founders. Now, our audience, who is listening attentively as we speak, our attendees will not slow clap our judges at the conclusion of 3 minutes, but please keep it as close to 3 minutes as possible. So, any questions about that, judges? You've got it. Okay, well, we like to kick off each presentation, each pitch, with a little related trivia. Garrett,
Sweet.
I'll let you take this.
Can everyone give a kind, warm welcome to Sweet Kevin? How you doing, Kevin?
I'm doing great.
Excellent.
Made a lot of new friends tonight.
Nice.
Now, I did buy them with a cup of coffee to a cup of Commonwealth. So I'm here with Graceland. Graceland, we're going to have the first trivia question up on the screen, please. How many homes were bought in the state of Kentucky during 2022? Now, we're going to give you some multiple choice. Is it A, 7,089, B, 11,422, C, 20,120, or D, 25,600?
You
Grayson,
can use
what
the
is
audience.
Use your friends, or unless you just know and you don't need them, you can. We got A, B, C, or D.
Everyone says C.
Everyone would say C.
If everybody
The
jumped
answer-
off of
Ridge.
something.
The answer does rhyme with that. You're getting hot.
D.
Man, you're good. It does rhyme with D too. That is crazy.
Man, how does she know
What
that?
what is the answer?
Just messing with us.
It is B.
Good
She
job,
was just trying to
Graceland.
eliminate. She was eliminating. Good job, Graceland. Good job.
All right. 11,422 homes sold in Kentucky last year. It's a bit of nice trivia for your next cocktail party, but more importantly, It's going to help us introduce our first presenter of the evening. Stand to your feet one more time. Make a big round of applause for Philip with Quill.
Hey, good evening. My name is Philip Devine, and I'm here with my co-founder and friends and family to talk about Quill, but more importantly, to share about a problem that I faced. I sold real estate for 5 years, and I want to share a specific story which really was a gut punch for me. So it was a Friday evening. I just finished showing a house to my last client that evening. I was going to go home, have dinner with my wife and my 4 kiddos, and as soon as I get in the car, I get a text from another client who looked at a house earlier in the week. And that text said, "Hey, we're so excited. We want to make an offer. Let's go." So on one hand, that's really exciting because as a realtor, that's how I make money. But on the other hand, it meant that I called my wife and I had this conversation. I said, "Hey, babe, I'm not going to be able to make it right away. I'm going to come home, but then I just need to work for like 45 minutes to an hour, and then I'll be ready to go." And then she said this to me. "Hey, why don't you just go back to the office or find a Starbucks and then come home when you can actually be home?" And that was a gut punch, because why do I have to choose between taking care of my family and trying to make a living? And this was 5 years ago, but it's also 2023 now. That shouldn't be a thing. And that's why my co-founder and I came up with Quill to solve the problem, that it was going to take me 1 hour to write a contract for my clients when I can buy a car from my phone in 3 minutes. So the way it works is pretty simple. Using this app, the realtor enters the address information. It's directly integrated into the MLS currently, right now, just in Louisville. So it pulls in active listing data. After that, they answer about 10 questions, and then they send it off for signatures. While that happens, once that's finished, the listing agent gets a text and an email letting them know that there's an offer. Now, a quick note. This isn't just like a Google form, right? Because that's lame, and that also isn't an actual real estate contract. The information that's entered here is put on the actual GLAR MLS form, like the actual contract that's required, and that is then sent over to the listing agent. Signing all happens via text messages so that we're not worried about emails getting lost in the spam folder or not showing up on time. So it really cuts down, and the best part is that this part right here is where my job as a realtor, it ends, and that takes about 3 minutes when I'm going slow. So this is a huge opportunity, right? The total market for digital signing in the United States is $9.4 billion. That's a big number. When we drill down and talk about just the real estate market and looking at digital signing and contract management, that's $158 million. And then the serviceable obtainable market, which right now is just Louisville, that's where we're doing our beta testing, is $6.5 million. So how do we get there? How do we get a piece of that pie? So our basic business model is pretty simple. We charge $99 per month per user. If an agent wants to sign up month to month, there's no contract. If they want to save a couple bucks, they can sign up for a year for $990, and they will get 2 months off. So this is our baseline sales projection, getting 5% of the realtors per market. You see, in 2023, starting out, our goal is to capture 5% of the realtors in Louisville. Then you add that on top. In 2024, we're going to go to similar metroplexes to Austin, Orlando, and then we continue on in 2025 to Raleigh, Nashville, and then 2026, I might be a little bit colorblind, and then Charlotte and Tampa. So that's just 5%, and that's using these numbers here. So there's a huge opportunity, a lot more efficiencies that can be built in even with that. Now, this isn't just like I had a problem and here's an idea. This is like a real live breathing thing that's live right now. If you go to thequillapp.com and scroll down and click on beta testing, if you're a member of the GLAR MLS, you can sign up and use it. To date, we've done 50 plus customer discovery interviews to make sure that we're not just building something that we like, we're building something that solves an actual problem. In addition to that, this just went live in February, so this month, and my co-founder and I have already conducted 4 in-depth broker interviews, or broker demos, to demo it. And like I said, the MVP is live. It's a real thing. So why do I think that we're the ones to bring it to market? Why us? Why now? I spent 4 years in the Marine Corps Infantry. I understand what hard work is and what sacrifice is. I also understand what balance is. Then after that, I spent some time in real estate and then went to Awesoming Boot Camp and became a software developer so I could solve this kind of problem, because it shouldn't be a problem. My co-founder is Lee Murphy. He's regularly top-selling realtor in Shelby County. He's been selling for 12 years, builds custom homes, and is a tech aficionado. With that, we're looking for realtors and for brokers to give Quill a test run. Thank you so much!
And Philip. Amazing, amazing pitch. Philip, great job going first. Judges, I will not do this after each pitch, but you've got 3 minutes now to ask as many questions as you can pile in. Go for it. You can hold on to that for a little bit longer.
Just one question. Are there any regulations that would impede your ability to execute this strategy? State laws, regulations?
No, because what we're doing is we're not reinventing a real estate contract. As you know, the MLSs are fragmented, and so it's really hard to get like a uniform anything. And so that's why we think it's also a great opportunity, because we've done the hard work of integrating with the MLS in Louisville already, connecting with their CEO, making sure that we are in compliance. So we're not trying to reinvent the wheel. We're trying to take a very specific pain point and solve that problem. And we don't need to reinvent the wheel for that. We need to bring it into this century. Does that answer your question?
So the answer is no?
No.
Okay, thank you.
So where do you end and where does DocuSign begin?
It's a great question. DocuSign is good for digital signatures, and that's it. Quill, the way Quill works is that it does not just do like digital signing, like I mentioned. It takes the way it normally works, if you use DocuSign, a realtor has to manually map the fields. And from the 50 plus conversations we've had, DocuSign, .loop as well, which is a big player in this space, this is verbatim. I hate using my phone because it's horrible to use .loop and DocuSign on it. So yeah, there's competition there, which means there's a market there, but they're not executing well, right? Like, you should be able to use your phone and fill out a contract while I'm at dinner. Excuse me, babe, let me fill out a contract real quick and come back. I mean, in less time than it would take me to use the restroom, honestly, and come back to it. So that's where we end. We can integrate with DocuSign. We could use their solution for the digital signing. We chose not to. We're using PandaDoc. But that's kind of what we're looking at, is not like trying to be all things to all people. This is real estate specific, and it's a mobile first design built with the agent in mind, so that the end result is an actual contract they can print out and present to their sellers. Does that answer your question?
Does the buyer's agent and the seller's agent need to have an app downloaded on their phone, or is it a web app, or is it go ahead.
Oh, that's a great question. This right now is a web application. So it can be used on any device, anywhere you have internet connection, as long as you can log in. So you could use your friend's phone to send an offer if you're the buyer's agent. The selling agent gets the notification via email and text. Like, they get an email notification and a text notification. So they don't need to have an account to use any of this. Long term, what we'd like to see is that it's a fully integrated solution where they can create an account with it, similar to how .loop does it, stuff like that. But for right now, for what we've been able to do, it's just only the buyer's agent needs to use the web application. Does that answer your question?
Have you had anybody buy it yet?
We have had offers to invest. We have not had anyone buy it yet, because I haven't built in any payment integration. Someone offered to pay $99. That's where we got that number from.
All right, let's give it up for Philip with Quill.
Great job, man. Let's go.
All right, judges, great questions. Audience, I'm going to remind you to get on your phone, go to awesomeinc.org/program, find the RADS voting and rating system, and you are going to be deciding our crowd favorite tonight. So go ahead and rate Philip as such. Let us know how much you loved him, and make sure that you vote. Use your vote. This is your opportunity. Okay. We are going to move on now to a second trivia question to introduce our second pitch. Kevin, where are you at?
I am here in the back with my new friend Mary that I met this evening.
Hello, Mary.
Macy. She just corrected me in front of all my other friends. Thank you, Macy. Trivia question number 2. In the U.S., how many footwear manufacturing companies currently exist? Is it A, 924, B, 1,105, C, 2,080, or D, 5,900? Macy, what is your best guess?
Use the people around you.
I think I'm going to have to go with A.
She says A, 924, and
She's
that
right.
is correct.
All right, Macy.
Macy, good work. Good work.
All right, footwear, popular. 100% of people in this room, I believe, are wearing footwear. So quite the opportunity here. Everybody, please stand up, make lots and lots of noise for Isaiah with Smooth Creations.
So hi everybody. You know, one of the first things I noticed when being here is that a lot of these Awesome Inc. folks have on red shoes. It's a very cool concept. The only issue is they're not branded. But don't worry, we can fix that. So I know we're all familiar with the basic corporate swag items being a t-shirt, a water bottle, a notebook. Today's employers just don't have unique offerings to be able to foster and reward a team culture. And unfortunately, boring corporate gift giving has now become the norm. And that's where we come in. At Smooth Creations, we're on a mission to make custom footwear the #1 outlet for corporate expression and employee rewards. And that's exactly what you see here on the screen. What allows us to stand out amongst our customers is the fact that we offer them complete design freedom. We give organizations full autonomy to create a sneaker that is uniquely tailored to their brand. Our software is able to take our customer's vision and turn it into reality. At Smooth Creations, we make it yours. And the way we do this is with our recently initiated Smooth Studio, the first fully customizable 3D shoe modeling software, which is created by our team with the idea of our corporate clients in mind to give them full autonomy with their footwear. Organizations can now use our image feature to upload their own logo on a sneaker, as well as a text box feature for their own specific messaging. And this enables companies to create their own branded line of custom footwear. And we plan to keep up with our growing demand by leveraging our studio software. We've partnered with local and national print shops to be able to take studio designs, print them onto our sneakers, and drop ship them directly to our customers. This will enable us to dive into multiple different markets as we now build the network that we control. So our price point begins at $115 per pair. After factoring in cost of goods sold, such as sneakers and print shop fees, we price everything at a 63% gross profit margin, which allows us to take away about $72 per pair. But really, we're not selling one shoe. We play the quantity game. We have price breaks depending on the quantity. The higher the quantity, the lower the price. And this has led to an average order value of $3,500 with each customer and has allowed us to have a 40% customer return rate. So our sneakers are typically used as incentives and rewards. We're heavily involved within the $90 billion employee incentive industry. We're also within the sneaker industry that's projected to be valued at $98 billion by 2024. But what's really interesting is that Generation Z, the consumers that dominate this space, well, 76% of them are willing to pay extra for a sneaker to be customized, which shows that this is something that they care about. And the reason that we're hitting this market now is because overall employee incentive budgets increased by 34% just last year, and that number's trending upward for this year. So we've had success targeting head of sales, marketing leaders, HR directors. These are positions within a company that are typically responsible for brand awareness and employee rewards. We've been able to reach them through our email marketing campaigns. We have over a 6% conversion rate, and we're also going to be including paid social posts and search ads. We get major organic traffic through LinkedIn. That's a network that we plan to leverage, as well as having key channel partners within the promotional products industry. And I'm very excited to announce that our go-to-market has actually worked. Within the lifetime span of the company, we've been able to organically acquire and close over 30 different corporate contracts, with one of the biggest ones being a $30,000 order from Gravity Diagnostics. And one of our biggest names is from Procter & Gamble. You see, the versatility of our Smooth Studio, coupled with the uniqueness of our product, enables us the flexibility to cater to Fortune 500 companies like P&G, or the range to provide your local high school basketball team with custom footwear, all as an early stage startup. So we've been able to generate $100,000 in lifetime revenue coming directly from B2B sales. But this wouldn't be made possible without the wonderful team that we have here at Smooth. We have over 7 years of experience within the sneaker industry, over 8 years of experience within software development, and over 8 years of experience within business development and project management. I've also been labeled as a top 30 student entrepreneur of the nation for 2 years in a row. As I just wrapped up my MBA, I've been voted one of the top 5 Cincinnati entrepreneurs to watch. And together as a team, we've been labeled as a top Cincinnati and Kentucky startup to watch. So we're looking to get integrated into swag stores and HR reward programs. So if any of you guys have introductions that you're willing to give within this space, we'd really appreciate that. So Generation Z, the generation of sneaker lovers, is now entering the workforce. And the best companies are looking for unique ways to generate brand awareness, as well as foster a team culture. At Smooth Creations, our motto is to make it yours, to give those organizations that are looking to stand out an opportunity to do so. Thank you guys for your time. Slow clapping? No? Okay. I'm done. Didn't know if I need to say that.
That was super cool.
Thank you.
Very differentiated. Have you tested B2C market and looked at acquisition costs, running ads, and see what the funnel looks like?
So we haven't tested. So originally when we started, we did do D2C. What worked for us is it was basically we were able to get higher volume orders and generate more revenue when we focused on B2B. So we haven't geared any ads towards D2C just because we were able to scale our revenue quicker just by focusing on companies. It's a lot easier to find a company with 400 employees than it is to find 400 different individuals to buy a pair.
So Isaiah, you're taking on some pretty big guys here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nike. They do some of this too, right? Custom shoes, the big guys? Yeah. How do you ensure quality, A? And B, do your customers ever ask that question about the quality of the shoe itself?
So we haven't had any issues with quality. So when working with companies, typically we just have internal systems that we're able to test quality. Basically how these are made is with direct-to-garment printers, which are inkjet printers. The same t-shirt that I have right now, the same t-shirts that I'm assuming that they probably have direct-to-garment printers, we use that for sneakers as well. And so we have proprietary hardware and software that allows us to print on it efficiently. So we haven't had any issues with quality in that sense.
I mean the quality of the shoe itself, like, the bottom doesn't rip off like
Oh.
Zion Williamson when he went through
I
all that.
apologize, I misunderstood. So we have, we partner with a company called Product Refiner who's able to manage our supply chain and sourcing our sneakers. And so we ensure that there's quality every single time that we have a sneaker with our manufacturer. So that's taken care of.
Not another question, but you should research Shoe Dazzle. I don't know if you're familiar with them, but they took off 4 or 5 years ago, and they really nailed the direct-to-consumer with a very specific audience and got to 100 million a year in like 2 years. So just something to look into.
Shoe Dazzle?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll definitely have to, look into that. I haven't heard of them, but that sounds awesome. I'll definitely check that out.
Any other final questions from our judges? All right, sounds good. Give it up for Smooth Creations. All right, awesome job, Isaiah. And man, that was awesome. Judges, great questions. Audience, go ahead, get your phones out. Go to rads@awesomeinc.org/program. Let Isaiah know what you thought of his pitch. Give him some other feedback. There's even an option there to sign up for a newsletter, should he be sending one out. So lots of good stuff there. Make sure you go to Rads and vote. All right, let's get on to our third pitch of the evening with our third trivia question.
Thank you, Keith. I'm over here in the middle. For those who can't find me, I'm here with a couple friends, and they're ready to answer this trivia question right for a free cup of Commonwealth.
All right, let's see.
Question, please, Keith. What job ranks as the #1 for highest demand for freelancers in the year 2023? Is it A, content producer? Is it B, bilingual services? Is it C, home designer? Or D, web developer? Ladies, what do we think? They're talking it over. They're whispering so I can't hear them.
D.
D as in dog, web developer is correct.
All right.
Good job. Well done.
All right, freelancers. It's a freelancer's world anymore, huh? All right, everybody stand up. Make lots of noise. Make the best tunnel he's ever gone through. Give it up for Stevens with Feed Coyote.
$70 million. Yes, more than 70 million Americans perform freelance work in 2022. Did you know that's 36% of the US workforce, contributing to $1.3 trillion to the US economy? I know that because I'm part of this group. The freelance economy is booming. The pandemic, the Great Resignation, and recently the mass layoffs have all fostered that. Actually, it grew by 33% between 2014 and 2022, and expected to grow by another 14% in the next 6 years, contributing to $4.5 trillion. However, freelancers still have a hard time finding the right collaborators and clients to scale their business, or take on more projects due to lack of bandwidth or complementary skills to complete a package deal. Okay, let's face it, freelancing is daunting and lonely, which leads to economic isolation and lack of connectivity. And this is where Feed Coyote comes into play. Hello everyone, my name is Stevens. I'm the founder and CEO at Feed Coyote. I'm an economist with a PhD in business and have spent many years at Microsoft before quitting to start Feed Coyote. And this is Volo, an awesome full stack engineer with a double master's in computer science and engineering, and our technical co-founder and CTO with a lot of experience from Upwork. And no, we are not Upwork or Fiverr. Our mission is simple: to help take loneliness out of freelance work with the power of AI. Feed Coyote is a collaboration network platform with built-in productivity tools that empowers freelance business. We target the independent workers because they are usually the most vulnerable when it comes to economic isolation. Compared to the existing platforms on the market, our platform combines a curated network and project management tools to improve productivity and increase earning potentials. We take care of the end-to-end deal flow from contract signing, centralized communication, project management, to payment processing, all in one place. And our platform is currently available in 6 different languages, and we plan to be more inclusive by adding even more as we move forward. Since we've launched our web app primarily in the US in the summer of 2022, we've seen great traction in user acquisition and early stage revenue. Actually, we're growing at a rate of 50% month over month just in the US. And we are currently backed by a leading organization and investors. We are backed by Key Horse Capital, We are a Techstars portfolio company, and we are also a winner of the first 50K startup pitch competition organized by Sprocket Innovation and Codify, which made us move the headquarters of the company from Seattle to Paducah, Kentucky. And since then, it's been a blast. We've had great things happening to us or to the company since we've moved here. Our revenue model is simple, affordable, and also scalable. We provide a freemium version with paid memberships and a transaction fee. But we also have a lot of rooms for a lot of add-ons, such as native advertising, profile boosting, and partner offerings. We are currently raising a $2 to $3 million seed round so that we can expedite our user growth. The future of freelancing is exciting, and we are thrilled to be building Feed Coyote so that we can help freelancers be more productive and work together. And that's why we are launching our mobile app globally on iOS and Android at the end of this month so that we can empower the 1.2 billion freelancers globally and form strategic partnerships, expand our categories as we go. Our goal is to connect and help at least 10 million freelancers globally in the next 5 years. And we are just getting started as we are currently on our way, leveraging a lot of networks such as Techstars to achieve that goal. We are very excited to be here today, and we would like to have you on this journey with us. If you're like a freelancer, self-employed, or just exploring the gig economy, please go on feedcoyote.com and sign up today for free to join our community and start making some money with your skills. Thank you.
Questions? So Steve, is this project management software meets QuickBooks meets tax prep? What are those pains that you're trying to accomplish for the solo entrepreneur?
Yes, we are trying to solve the problem of lack of connectivity and economic isolation for solopreneurs. Our mission is to literally help take loneliness out of freelance work and connect freelancers together so that they can partner up or subcontract their projects, and as a community work together, speed up project completion and make more money faster. That's why not only we give you an integrated network, but we also give you an entire suite of CRM that takes care of everything from the end-to-end deal flow so that you don't have to worry about it and just focus on doing what you love to do, which is delivering to your clients.
Just to add on that, so it's both a CRM and you're building community features?
Yes, it's a curated network with integrated CRM.
The 50% growth you were seeing month over month, was that organic or was that paid?
It's organic, and also we have early revenue as well from paying subscribers from those 50% monthly growth. And that was just primarily in the US as a test market. We are currently launching the platform globally. The web app is already live. The Android app is live as well. The iOS app should be live at the end of the month. So all three platforms will be live globally so that we can tap into the 1.2 billion freelancers.
If you were going to start focusing more on the CRM, the utility, the tools, or the community, which one would you focus on first?
Sorry, say that again?
No. If you were going to focus on one path, either community first or tools, functionality, CRM, project management, which one's a better path and why?
That's a very interesting question because our platform is together independently. So we give you a curated network to find that support system, but you can use our CRM independently as well to just manage your business if you don't want to collaborate with anybody else. Yeah.
Just one last observation, Steve. You may be the only guy to move from Seattle to do it.
For the right opportunity.
All right. Everybody give it up one last time for Stevens with Feed Coyote.
All right, man, great job. I'll take that clicker so you can get the microphone. Let's go.
All right, Stevens, great job. Judges, great questions. Glad to have you back from Seattle. Give him some extra points for that as you vote for him in Rads. Let him know how he stands in the audience vote award. So go ahead to rads@awesomeinc.org/program. And I think it's a good time for us to roll our necks a little bit. Let's all loosen up. That's our third pitch. We've got 2 to go. We're in great shape. Let's introduce our next pitch with another trivia question. Kevin.
Over here against the wall. Other
Wow,
side. Other wall.
That really got me. I had no idea.
Yeah. Well, the ladies have been getting a lot of love tonight, so I'm gonna bring Seth up here as our first gentleman contestant.
Okay.
So Seth, answer me this question. This is a good one. How many distilleries are scattered across our state of Kentucky? Yeah, not enough. Good answer. Is it A, 55? Is it B, 95? C, 125? Or D, 155? And he said he doesn't need help from anyone.
Oh.
He's super confident.
Whoa.
So let that say what it may about our friend Seth.
Some of us are writing little stories about you in our
He's
heads
thinking
right now.
hard.
So they're pretty well spread across Kentucky. So D seems like it's too much.
D seems like it's too much, he said.
A's probably too little because we make a lot of bourbon here.
Yeah.
Let's go B.
B as in boy, 95 is the right answer,
It's right.
Seth. Good job. Good job. Thanks, man.
Man.
He said he's been to 94.
Yeah, okay. I feel like
pretty
somebody
good.
should want to be the 100th, don't you think?
You would think.
Pretty big opportunity there. Well, there's another big opportunity with the distillage, from what I hear. Let's stand to our feet, please. Create a tunnel. Make lots of noise for Cindy with Spirited.
Hello. All right, folks, let's get started here. It's a pressing problem that we have that's going to help us in the long run for the next couple of generations, 100 to 200 years. All right. I'm sure everybody know plastic, and it's been there for several hundred years. And we are here to script a story here in the heartland of America, using the corn, using the starch, using the bioplastics. And I'm sure everybody is aware of what happened, the catastrophe, the tragedy that went through in Ohio, East Palestine. We are here to mitigate those issues, make our communities very safe, and ensure we have a circular economy. We're talking about $1 trillion industry here. And this particular plastic or material, how many of you knew, by the way, a show of hands real quick, that a plastic can be eaten, a plastic can be fed to fish, and it doesn't affect it. As we sit and talk, there is about 9 million tons of waste, plastic waste, getting into the ocean. And we are here to solve this mammoth problem with the stillage, with the food waste, and with the barley waste, and the whole stream will be consolidated to make this PHA product. Having said that, I will let Cindy talk about the problem.
Yeah, so we are ruining our planet with plastic waste, which is not a surprise to anyone. It's a $7.1 trillion problem over the next 5 years. And just here in Kentucky, we have 100 million gallons of distillery waste. That's expected to double in the next 5 years.
Jumping back, what are the tailwinds? Why are we here? What's the major tailwinds for us? Regulations. In 2032, about 25% of the single-use plastic will be banned in California. Make no mistake, 7th largest economy in the world. Forget about America's as we sit and talk here. So it's close to $45 billion single-use plastic. And I come from an industry where it's been trialed, but it's still in infancy. But we have a very targeted approach in this whole distillery waste. That's number one. How many of you know that McDonald's that we have, the Burger Kings and all those products, they have a PFAS, which is a fluoropolymer, which is close to another $40 billion industry. So we're going after a massive, a gargantuan, if you will. And we're not using petrochemicals. We're not using any crude oil here to make the polymers. We're going to be using something which is more benign, like distillery waste, barley waste. So taking feedstock that's thrown out from a barley. Just to give you a perspective on that, it's about 120 gigaliters of barley waste that comes out of breweries globally. So imagine the potential there. Here's a solution.
And the solution for all of this waste is polyhydroxyalkanoates, or PHA. It is fully compostable, biodegradable, and fully biocompatible. Doctors are even doing studies with this for implants in your body. Your body will just naturally expel it with no harmful effects. The market is huge. The global plastics market is $1 trillion market. 213 million of that is bioplastics, but it's expected to grow to $5 billion in the next several years. And there's so many products that you can make with PHAs. Anything from hair extensions, sunglasses. I even have a biodegradable cremation urn company that you all may have seen me pitch up here, which is made out of this product. Today, we're at lab scale, but tomorrow, small micro fermenters can make bioplastic from McDonald's. They could use their used cooking oil to make all of their plastic products. This could be in every city at small scale, so you don't have transportation costs. I am an environmental engineer with a mining engineering degree from UK, and my partner Mansoor.
Yeah, I've been in this industry for about 8 to 10 years. Started off humble beginnings with DuPont, General Electric, said to myself, let's do something good for the planet. And the last 6 years, I've been intimately involved with this infant stage of making plastics, biodegradable plastics. And it comes to here, guys, here in Kentucky, heartland of America. And we want to tap into the waste that is being, the cost of disposing plastic waste is close to $8 billion a year. And we're sitting here, we're talking about carbon credits, we're talking about 13% of the greenhouse gases that's being emitted because of plastics incineration by the mega multi-billion-dollar companies like BASF, Dow, and XYZ. You can go on and on. But excited to be here. Let's drink more bourbon and make this planet sustainable.
Yeah, so save the planet, drink bourbon.
Just to help me understand a little bit about, what y'all are doing as to where in the value chain are you thinking about developing a product or a service?
So our business model is compounding. So right now it's really hard to use PHA because it's brittle. But Mansoor has a lot of expertise in compounding.
Yeah, happy to take that question. There are 5 stakeholders in the whole value chain. There are about 6 major companies who have failed, unfortunate, as we sit and talk here. So we said to myself, we want to be close to the market, close to the customers. So we're going to be the product developers, product manufacturers in this case. Rather than selling the waste to a pellet, like take food waste and convert it to plastic resin, we want to sell usable product. This goes back to the Tam Sam that we just shared. So it's the single-use plastics market. That PVC that went on explosion was about $110 billion market globally. And we have a massive opportunity to offset that. So clearly the vision is compounding and making the final product.
And in addition to that, we've discovered a process that this fits in nicely with renewable natural gas. So this can be made also as a product with some of these RNG factories as well. And so we'll provide value in bringing the cost down so that these plastics can be used directly in place of petroleum-based plastics.
So clearly it's not trying to own the whole value chain, but contract manufacturer, just toll manufacturer. Make sure you have your final product with a given value proposition. For example, single-use plastic packaging. The reason why the other companies who have tried in the last 8 years have failed, it's because of their trying to own the whole value chain and not understanding the feedstock cost there. But for us, we're going to start off with the market, top-down approach, and be focused on packaging, grocery bags, egg crates, foam products, and try to bring the cost down.
No revenue yet?
We have a customer in line. Go ahead.
Yeah, we have several contracts with large customers in progress, but we haven't closed on those yet.
How much do you have to spend do you get to revenue?
I can take that, sure. So we're seeking, I'm glad we're standing here talking for the future here. Clearly a seed funding of $2 million. We put together a budget and we have at least 2 major partners, including a grocery bag side, who can be a potential partner with us. That's just very basic for us. We're just two people, and all of these, what you're witnessing has came to fruition in the last 2 months. That's about it. But ideally, folks, if you want to grow, if you want to bring jobs here in Kentucky, and this is our vision, given the waste we have, we want to grow from here. We're looking at Series A, $15 million.
And I do have the cremation urn business, which is selling quite a bit of this material already. So this company will be a supplier to that once we
Yeah,
get
by the way,
to-
we did mention that Cindy has a successful business already in this PHA space. So, thank you all.
Right, give it up one last time for Spirited. On to this and this. All right, Cindy, Mansoor, great job. Judges, great questions. And let me get through, yeah. Okay, audience, you're gonna let us know if you thought that they are the audience vote favorite, the champion of that prize tonight. Go ahead to rads@awesomeinc.org/program to cast your vote. Give them some feedback on their pitch. Sign up for their newsletter. And what do you say? Let's introduce our final pitch of the night with our final trivia question. Way in the back, Kevin.
Way in the back, showing some love to the people in the standing room only. Can we give it up for the people that have stood the whole time?
Oh.
They have not sat down. And they said they want to see another 5 pitches after this. So they're just getting started. But I'm here with Colby. Colby, you got a cup of coffee on the line. One, in how many individuals are now diagnosed with autism? Is it A, 1 in 20 people? Is it B, 1 in 26? C, 1 in 44? Or D, 1 in 52 individuals are now diagnosed with autism? Colby, what are we thinking, buddy?
I think I'm going to have to go with C.
He's pretty confident in C. Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, he said. And he is
1 in
right.
44.
He is right. 1 in 44. Good job, Colby.
All right. We're going to need some top-level care for this development. So let's get up for the last time. Let's make some loud last-time noise. Give it up for Amanda with Non-Binary Solutions.
Are we ready? Last pitch of the night. I'm Mandy Ralston, and I am the founder and CEO of Non-Binary Solutions. How many of you know somebody impacted by autism? Okay, that looks about right. In 1999, when I was looking at my textbook in Center College, it told me that autism was as prevalent in 1 in every 1,000 individuals. And something called applied behavior analysis, or ABA therapy, was the gold standard treatment for individuals with autism. There was no funding, there were no services, there were no certified providers, and parents were searching for solutions. Today, autism is as prevalent as 1 in every 44 individuals. The good news is that there is now insurance coverage in all 50 states. The not so good news is that there is not a standardized approach to treatment. I was one of the first 1,500 certified behavior analysts back in 2002. There are now 60,000 of us worldwide. In the last 10 years, there has been a 500% increase in those providers, and over half of them have less than 5 years of experience. Our solution is that we're going to take something from the medical community and re-engineer it for applied behavior analysis and autism services. Clinical decision support systems act like digital bumper rails, or a digital mentorship for somebody to think about different treatment selections as they go through their treatment pathways. This is going to be the first custom CDS with an AI integration. These are not decision trees. They are not driving you to a singular point of care, but rather populating different types of considerations, treatment pathways, and other things to think about as you go through those decisions. So these are not ones and zeros. These are not black and white decisions. These are people. These are human solutions. It's not binary. The market size is about $3 billion. We're being conservative with this estimate right now because, again, while we know that we have the US behavioral healthcare software somewhere in the neighborhood of $3 billion total, this is a new market because we're combining a synergy between the autism care market and the clinical decision support market. We've got 3 different products for a revenue model. The first one that we're working through right now is the custom builds for intakes for different providers. Right now, they're being priced at an average of $30,000 for initial build out and about $4,000 per month for a maintenance fee. Second, we'll have a SaaS provider solution that will be charging somewhere between $1,000 and $2,000 annually for a seat license for different types of models for clinical decision making. And finally, we will have an app for caregivers and other individuals who live and work with individuals with autism to address issues related to quality of life, such as eating, sleeping, toileting, safety, and communication. The competition is somewhat indirect. Most of these individuals or these companies are actually using analog solutions or actual decision trees to come up with these types of decision-making processes. The one exception to that would be Change Healthcare there in the middle, who is actually making clinical decision supports for funding sources such as insurance companies. Fun fact, they were just acquired by United Health for $8 billion in October. We're the right team at the right time, making the right kind of software. I am a serial founder. I am an award-winning entrepreneur. I am an international thought leader and speaker. And I most recently sold my own clinic to the 4th largest ABA provider in the US, backed by KKR back in 2019. I've also surrounded myself with very smart individuals with their own founding successes and successful exits, and you'll see my friend Tim Guthrie sitting there, my CFO, here to support me. Thanks, Tim. Traction and sales. Pleased to announce after 6 months of bootstrapping that I have 90,000 and safe so far. We've got 2 bookings, including 1 major university, and we just got a letter of intent from one of the largest managed care organizations in the country that oversees Medicaid providers. I'm going to use my public speaking opportunities, which I have several coming up this spring, to the actual audience of providers that I'll be selling to, as well as a new podcast called Decisions, in which those same providers will have to listen to me evangelize about why this software is important to get continuing education credits. Also going to use this opportunity to leverage my personal and professional networks for a crowdfunding raise going on in April, which is Autism Acceptance or Awareness Month, depending on which way you want to talk about it. And we're looking to use most of that to get to the product development. Please follow us on our journey, or our quest, more likely, and make sure you pay attention in autism that it is Awareness and Acceptance Month because it's not binary.
If you're hunting elephants in this business, bigger contracts, how long does it take? What is the cycle?
That's the fun part, right? I've been in the industry for 25 years, so a lot of my friends are the CCOs, the COOs, the CEOs, and some of these very large provider groups. But it is somewhere between an 18 and 24-month sales cycle to get everybody to touch it and agree and actually go through with this contract. So I've shifted a lot of my focus over to some of those smaller provider groups that may be looking to sell themselves and using the software as a differentiator to signal to investors that they might have something different within their walls.
Great job, and your direct experience in this world for so long obviously gives you an advantage. How hard is the integration if you think about 18 to 24 months technically? Is it difficult?
It depends on what the people are using for different software solutions within the walls. The models that we're building right now are standalone software solutions. I'm building the custom models on a platform that already exists that integrates with a lot of different groups that have open API. Some of those EMR systems and data collection systems within the autism space don't play nice with a lot of other groups, and they don't handshake on the back end. So I'm purposely building with my development team for that software solution for the providers, that mid-level, 1 to 2,000, something that actually will be compatible.
Yeah. The 30,000 up front and 4,000 a month is a big ask.
Yeah. That's an average.
It's an average, yeah.
Yeah.
The caregiving app is interesting because there's such a need there, and that community has such unique needs that they don't relate well kind of more broadly outside of it.
That's right.
Have you thought about starting there first to give you traction and more credibility, and then going to the B2B side?
Yeah, I would like to go ahead and get a MVP of some sort out for everybody to kick the tires on. I would also like to be able to put a toilet training app out for the parents so that they can be using that, because that's going to be something that's useful to not just parents of children with autism, but parents in general. Just by toilet training your child, you're going to save about $4,000 a year, right? And if you have a child that has special needs and you go online and you say, how can I toilet train my 5-year-old who is developmentally delayed? You're going to get a checklist of things that they can't do, and you're probably going to give up pretty quickly. But through my experience, I can break those types of skills down one by one and give a task analysis and tips that will help parents get their child toilet trained. Again, thank you guys so much. Just a little tip here. People ask me all the time, why non-binary solutions? Why did you name it that? So it's a few things. Again, these are human solutions. It's not ones or zeros. It's also a fact that if you are a person on the autism spectrum, you are 6 times more likely to not identify with the gender you were assigned at birth. So it's non-binary, right? And finally, Steve Wozniak and Steve Jobs got into a little argument at one point, and Wozniak told Steve, you can be both a decent person and brilliant. It's not binary. Thank you, guys.
All right, give it up for Mandy. That was awesome. You did such a good job. Do you have the clicker? Thank you. All right, judges, great questions. Mandy, way to send us home with a great final pitch. Audience, this is your last opportunity to vote on RADS. Pick our audience vote champion for the evening. Also, sign up for Mandy's newsletter so you can stay up to date on her company. Judges, at this point, I'm actually going to excuse you to the deliberation room where you will decide our first and second place winners. I've already stated that our audience is going to pick our audience vote champion. And at this point, our judges are not the only ones excused.
They're not.
I would like to excuse all of you to the bar area where there are free drinks, compliments of our celebration sponsor, West 6. Give it up for West 6. And then additionally, there are perhaps the best entrepreneurs you'll ever see also out there, and they are so cute and so kind, and they are selling delicious cookies for just $5.
$5.
You all have $5. I know you do, so go and spend it, share it.
Well, Keith, one last thing to the group that's here. We did promise the Girl Scouts they would leave with just their cart. So we might have overpromised, but we're hoping that this is the best crew tonight to sport. Hey, what's your troop number back there? What's the troop number? 2256. All right. We're the best customers for troop 2256.
All right, send them home without any other boxes, please.
right.
Everybody follow Garrett to the bar.
We're going to everyone rise up and we're going to grab a drink and enjoy the rest of our evening together.